Hi, I'm Snez, personal trainer, healthy lifestyle coach, and your guide to feeling your best. This podcast is a segment from my weekly radio show, Wellbeing Wednesdays, broadcast live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. It's all about sharing real, practical tips to help you move more, eat better, and live healthier without the overwhelm. Let's dive in, shall we? Coming up next, going to be talking about AI and meal planning, and in particular, using it at this time of year to simplify our lives, because this time of year, our brains are overflowing. There's gifts to organise, there's end of year school events and activities, there's deadlines that we want to finish things off with work, there's social catch-ups, there's so much going on. And one of the first things that always falls apart is figuring out what you're going to eat. And then all of a sudden you wake up and, there's nothing for lunches, or you get home and it's 6:30, you haven't even started thinking about food, let alone have anything at home to actually throw together. And takeaway just is the best option at that time of the day. So the thing is that a lot of the times it isn't necessarily that we don't want to cook or we're too tired to cook. I find myself and the people that I work with, it's more about your creativity after a day of exhaustion, or your willpower, or your ability to make decisions at that time of day. You are definitely fatigued, and the thought of having some creative spark about what to eat, and in particular, if you've got family members that have an opinion of certain foods and you're like, oh, well, what can I make? And I've got to think about that and that. So it's a lot easier to use AI. And this AI, whatever your opinion on it is, it can definitely help in ways. It's not there to replace us in certain aspects, but in this situation is there to actually help and relieve us. And AI can take care of that decision making, that thinking, so that you can stay focused on being you, being human, enjoying your family, slowing down and making memories, and not feeling so distressed, especially around meal times. So why would you use AI for meal planning? So people who have tried it, they tell me, and I myself, you can save money every week because you can help it to buy ingredients that if there's any leftovers you can use in the next day. You will definitely reduce food waste. You can eat healthier without trying, because the world of knowledge that is AI, you can put in some basic prompts that will give you healthier options. You will definitely order less takeaway because you've got ideas there. You can get dinner done in a faster amount of time because you can specifically ask for recipes that are 20 or 30 minutes in duration to make, and it feels like less mental exhaustion. So making healthier choices and preparing healthier meals can seem a lot easier. And that's exactly what we need at this time of year in December. And the thing is, though, you can use it obviously at any time of the year. If I'm sort of describing a time that feels like, yeah, you know what, that's like 365, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day for me, busy, then it can definitely help you out in that way. So let's start thinking about, well, where do you get AI from? If you're new to AI completely, what is AI? How can I use it? And some of the easy and free places to start is obviously the best place to learn and get personalized plans is ChatGPT. It's simple. There's a free version that you can use and will give you a lot of information. Google Gemini, it's newer, it's improving all the time. I know that it was first only available on our devices, on phones, but I just the other day, I think it probably would have even been on Monday, my desktop, as I was working on my laptop, actually asked if I wanted to include AI into it. Copilot, which is built into Microsoft devices, these are all platforms that use incredibly smart technology and they're trained on lots of information on nutrition, recipe databases, cultural cuisines, healthy eating strategies, and they can turn all of that knowledge that we don't have into a personalized plan for you in just a few seconds. So when you are getting that help in that way, you get your time back. But I think more importantly, it's just that mental space and less overwhelm and more energy to focus on different aspects of your planning at this time of year. And the thing is that with decision making, we do have a capacity, we call it decision fatigue, where basically you use up the amount of decisions that you can make as a human in a day. There is such a thing. And this is something that my youngest son just absolutely drives me nuts about. And he was only just the other day, we had this conversation. I said, stop using up my decision-making credits, because he walks around and he'll go, oh, Mum, what do you reckon? Should I wear this white top or this blue one? Oh, Mum, do you think I should put my eggs on toast or should I put them on a pancake or whatever? Like, it's constantly asking me decisions where he's really doing a commentary of his own brain and his own world that I really don't need to know about. And it's just these simple things. But the thing is, as I explained to him, every time he asks me that question, it's so completely irrelevant to me and my life, and he really actually doesn't need my help. He's just got this ongoing dialogue documenting his life. I actually don't need an opinion on that. But when he asks the question, my brain has made a decision for him or to contribute, because when we hear a question, we're going to experience an answer even if we don't verbalize it. And so I said to him, Alexander, can you just stop asking me those questions? I don't want to use up my decisions that I have available to me in a day on your stuff. And then he was like, oh, okay. And he said, well, you don't have to answer. I said, it doesn't matter if I'm answering or not. I can still hear you. And in my mind, I'm still using up those credits. So we had a bit of a giggle about that, but he's terrible. Anyway, getting back to this. So definitely helping with that decision-making fatigue. So what I have done, though, because you're thinking, well, what do I ask ChatGPT? Like, I'll open it up. You need to register for it. It's as simple as that. But when you get there, what do you know to ask? And for me, it's a very simple thing to do, obviously, because I have that background knowledge. I know what sorts of things to ask. So I have created a prompt for you, and I have posted it on the Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group. So jump into that and you can grab that prompt. But here it is. So it is remember to use please. Please create a 7-day meal plan with breakfast, lunch, dinner, and one simple grab and go snack each day that follows these rules. Meals ready in under 30 minutes, lean protein at every meal, include one macro balanced snack daily that is easy and portable, simple supermarket ingredients, overlap ingredients to reduce cost and food waste, quick throw together options for busy nights, allow a healthy takeout option if needed, add a single shared grocery list, keep meals satisfying and energizing. Now, I've put for women 40 plus because that relates to me, but you could put in there for a family of 2 adults and 3 kids aged this, any alterations that you need to make, any food preferences, any dietary restrictions, you can add that line in there. And then add in no calorie counting or diet language, just balanced supportive food. And then you just click hit and you click go or whatever the button is, it's a return button. And all of a sudden, you've got all of that information for you. It's actually extraordinary. I tested that prompt with you and I'm about to share what it actually came back with. But it was just so simple and fantastic. And so here's what it came up with. It said 7-day quick and energized meal plan, all meals under 30 minutes, overlapping ingredients, realistic for December. Oh my goodness, I love this already. So let's have a look at what it came up with. First one, breakfast. Now, what's really interesting is that because I have used ChatGPT before. ChatGPT is quite familiar with the way that I lead my lifestyle, and I have used it for meal planning before. So it kind of knows who I am and will kind of give me things that are suited to me. So if you are using it for any other purposes, when you start to overlay this food side of things, and if it does know a little bit about you, it can get quite specific to your needs and your work, the sort of work that you do and all that sort of stuff. So it's actually quite interesting. If you've never used it, it's still going to work because it will just give you a generic answer that you can then go, oh, I actually like to eat fish more often, or I don't like to eat as much lamb. I prefer beef or whatever. And then you can put that all together. But let's have a look at what it's put together for us. So day one is breakfast, and it's told me Greek yogurt, berries, walnuts, and cinnamon. That is so simple. I can do that. I can do half a cup of yogurt. I can get a bag of frozen berries, and then I can chop up or just crush up, 5 or 6 walnuts over the top and cinnamon. Now, the question I know people are going to have, and this is because we're just taught to continuously have quantities around all of this. Oh, how much do I know how much to eat? Well, just put it together. If you put in a cup of Greek yogurt and a cup of berries and 20 walnuts and you get halfway through and you're like, oh my goodness, I've had enough, wrap it up, put it back in the fridge, you've got it for tomorrow. So don't be too concerned. And we know how much we generally eat. So that's why there's no quantities with this. Although I'm sure if you gave it your goals and your age and your weight and your whatever other measurements, calories that you consume in a day and use in a day, I'm sure it would definitely put that in for you as well, but I don't think it's necessary. We're just fishing for ideas here. Then for lunch, it said to me a chicken and salad wrap with hummus. So easy. I can just cook up a chicken, or I can buy a store-bought chicken, pull it apart, put some green salad mix in there, put some hummus in there, and off I go. Amazing. The snack, whether I'm going to have that mid-morning or afternoon, is an apple and 2 tablespoons of nuts or seeds. Oh my goodness, so simple. I can do that. And then dinner is beef strips. I can get those. Stir fry with frozen veggies. Easy. There are literally stir-fry frozen vegetables that you can buy, and some microwave rice. Easy. Put whatever sauces you want over it, whether that's oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, some peanut and soy sauce, whatever you want. It works. Let's have a look at day 2. I'm not going to unpack all of the 7 days, but you get the idea. It's absolutely fascinating. Day 2, breakfast. Well, we're having a couple of eggs, some spinach and whole grain toast. Yep. Chuck it on there, eat it, move on with my life. Lunch is the leftover from the beef stir-fry bowl. Of course, why would I make anything extra? And then the snack is going to be a protein smoothie. Really simple. I think further on it actually gives me a protein smoothie, which I'll tell you that in a minute. Then we're going to go lemon, herb, salmon, and broccoli and sweet potato. Okay, so if I'm thinking about this, do I need a recipe for this? No, because with salmon, I can put it in a pan with some salt and black pepper and garlic and olive oil, which is the staple ingredients that should be pretty much used to cook everything. And then I'm going to add in some herbs, whatever herbs I've got at home, mixed herbs, and then I'm going to squeeze some lemon into the pan towards the end of that cooking. It's done. The broccoli, I just need to steam it. It doesn't need anything. And the sweet potato, I can just bake it. Or I can put lemon, herbs, some olive oil, salt and black pepper, and wrap my salmon in some baking paper and some foil, and then pop that with the sweet potato in the oven. And that's cooking away while I'm wrapping Christmas presents or finishing off some work, and I steam the broccoli 5 minutes before the salmon is ready. But how simple, it's just so cool. And day 3 is a protein smoothie for breakfast, which is a banana, spinach, protein powder in either water or milk. Super simple, blitz it up. Don't overthink it. I think this is the most important thing at this time of year. And generally it's what's the perfect protein smoothie ingredients? Well, yes, I can give you a formula. I actually have a whole workshop on this, but that's not the point. The point is something as basic as banana, spinach, protein and water or some sort of a milk is going to do the trick. And then for lunch, this is the last day I'll do 3 days worth, but you get the general gist. I love this one as well. And this is something I wouldn't think of myself, but we've got tuna and chickpea salad with lemon and olive oil. So if I think about that, the olive oil's in the tuna, I can just strain. I probably wouldn't eat a whole can of chickpeas. I could strain half a can of chickpeas, mix it with my tuna, put it on a bed of green salad mix, the one with the grated carrot through it. There you go. Even more veggies. Drizzle it with lemon. The oil's already in there. And I'm done. I can throw that together in a solid 3 minutes. It's fantastic. Snack today, cottage cheese and some frozen berries or fresh berries because there's so much around at the moment. And have a look at this one. This is really cool. Chicken fajitas. So all we need is the tortillas. We need the chicken. You can just cook up some chicken, or again, if you want to get the roasted chicken already done, or if you even want to get deli chicken, which is kind of like the least favourite option of mine because it's the least nutritional value and the most preservatives and all of that stuff. But regardless, we're doing things quick here. So you've got the chicken, you've got the tortillas, capsicum and onion. Throw it together and just consume it. If you want to put some sriracha sauce or some mayo through it, great. You've probably got those things in the fridge. But you can see how simple it is. And so if you do want that prompt, jump into the Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group, and grab that prompt and give it a go. Tonight, when you are sitting down after a big day and you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to have for tomorrow? Give that prompt a try, and in 20 seconds, you're going to have a week of meals sorted. But not only that, you are going to also have a list of ingredients that you can either chuck into a online order of one of the major supermarkets, or you can just print the list, cross off the things that you do have at home, go and grab the things that you don't, and you've got 7 days of organised meals. Thanks for joining me on this segment from Wellbeing Wednesdays, as heard live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who might find it helpful and subscribe so you never miss a show. Want to catch the live broadcast? Well, you can tune in Wednesdays from 12 till 2 p.m. on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, or find my info on Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group. Take care, stay healthy, and remember, it's the little choices every day that create big changes. Talk soon.